Hello, everybody. Have you been itching for a game that's got PvP and PvE, where you can build a Dungeon and Dragon style character and go through dungeons? Well, in today's video, we're going to be showcasing one of my personal favorites that is in a pretty healthy spot right now. This game not only survived a lawsuit from a multi-million-dollar company, but it has survived being kicked off of Steam while being a small batch of developers. It was forced to move their beta onto a self-sufficient launcher, which is crazy because how can a game do that, not being a AAA company? Well, out of all the odds, the game survived, beat the lawsuit, and the community prevailed, and it was allowed back on Steam. If you haven't guessed yet, this game is Dark and Darker. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive into some gameplay and mechanics. So, this is it. This is Dark and Darker. This is like the main menu that you get right after clicking start. You get a character select list. You get, as you can see, you get the fighter, sorcerer. These are all my characters. In today's video, we're gonna be playing some fighter. And after you click enter, you enter the tavern, and your warrior, whoever that may be, sits at a table awaiting, the destination or journey you put him on. So, as of every good game, as of 2026, it has a seasonal pass / season. You can play. Has a ranking system all the way up to demigod, and you can casually rank that up just by playing games. I'm a pathfinder, and all you do is just play games, and you get that rank higher. Kills, looting, going deeper into the dungeons, etc. We'll get into that. I'll explain that a little bit further later, but those all increase that. You have your skill tree, perk and skill tree for each individual class. So this is a fighter, and I'm running sprint and second wind. Second wind, you pretty much regain, as it shows, 40% maximum health for over 12 seconds. And it removes the negative effects of adrenaline rush, which I believe is I don't know, it's somewhere in here, right here. So it removes all effects on your person. And sprint is, you gain, in other games it's called swift. You just run faster, kind of like a run. And then you have your abilities. Or these are your perks, these are your skills. You have a stash. You put all your loot. Yeah, mine is very unorganized, as you can see. But you hold all your loot and all your goodies, gold and lockpicks and whatnot in here. You have your merchants. These are gonna be the guys that give you quests that you're gonna be going to the individual dungeons for, and finding a roll of toilet paper off of a mummy, or booger snot from a goblin. Those are just made up names, but this just opened up. This opens up like an Escape from Tarkov. After a few days out of wipe, the market opens up and you go to here and people post their stuff. Like these are really good artifact weapons. People post them and you buy them, and then boom. You can also post stuff. It's pretty intuitive. It's pretty awesome. Like in Skyrim, you have different races. I have elite skeleton here. You can buy other races as well with these blue ruins. They're just found in game from filling a couple amount of time, extracting. And you have all of these right here. All these races, it's almost exactly like Skyrim, but better in a sense. It does its own take on it, I should say. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do it at all like Skyrim. It does it in its own way. And so this is the battle pass. This is right here. Yeah. So you get the lobby skin, listing slots for the market. Um, if you get the scent bundle, you get this, a heart, background, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You get a religion, so you donate to your religion, and this one gives you, I believe, luck. Oh, interaction speed, which is pretty good. Oh, it's something great that this game does. So you can go into your skills, right? You have strength. It tells you what it does. Every single one of these, it will tell you what they do. So if you really want to get in depth and you're wanting to, min max your character and build them a very, very specific way, you just come in here and you can hover over it. I mean, some things are a little bit different. So you have like, look, you have physical power bonus, the total increase to overall physical power, and that is doing like damage to your melee attacks, and it even includes your bow. And yeah, there's a lot to this. Your attack one also. So using fists, it'll tell you your attack. So attack one, it'll tell you your attack pattern. So attack 1 and 2 are going to be blunt using fists. And yeah, so right now I have negative move speed. I'm not at 100%, but that's okay because you have time to build that. But yeah, so this game overall, it has a lot to offer in the Dungeons and Dragons esque gameplay. There's tons of characters. You have a fighter, a sorcerer, a barbarian, a ranger, a wizard, a warlock, a rogue, a cleric, a druid, and a bard. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this game is free to play. Period. Free to play. You may not be able to access everything with the free version, but you can access a lot. And if you can't afford the game, I don't blame you. Everything is expensive right now. But if you can't afford the game, like its paid version, get the free version because you have access to everything a casual player that would want to casually play this game wants. So looking at this screen right here that I have up, this is what you have with the free account. You can make it work. You can make this all work for you. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be the same gameplay. You can make it work. And this is what you access with the paid version. You get high rollers, the arena, more character slots, one for each class. You get more stuff for the market, extra shared stashes between, stuff that's going to make the game more convenient for you. But, overall, it's just going to make the game more convenient. That's all it is. You don't have to have it. You don't need to buy it. The developer I mentioned earlier in the intro, they fought a lawsuit. It was a very small team at the time, and it is where it is now. And I think it's in a very good spot, and it's great. It's great. If you want to support them, I'm sure they greatly appreciate it, but they got a lot of support behind them. So here's our gameplay wise what you're able to do. You have PvE, which is going to be player versus environment, or player versus enemies, however you pronounce that. You have the Forgotten Castle, which is a 3-floor dungeon. You have the Ashen Range. It's a 2-floor dungeon. It says 2 to 3, but it's a 2-floor dungeon. You have Frost Mountain. This is also a 2-floor dungeon. And then you have Blue Maelstrom, which also is a single floor dungeon, and it's actually single floor period. These are all your player versus environment or enemy campaigns. There's no PvP, player versus player. So there's other players in your match, but it's all, you go against the enemy. Everyone in the dungeon is friendly, It's your very anime-esque, like, players are versus the whole environment. They're trying to escape the dungeon, with the loot and kill all the enemies and whatnot. Then you have normal campaigns. Oh, I forgot to mention. To unlock each one of these PvE zones, you have to pay 1,000 gold. In normal campaigns, you have the Forgotten Castle. You have the same campaigns, right? But now you're introducing, so this is artifact. You can bring anything artifacted up in. In this, you are bringing in rare and under gear because this is like the regular casual gameplay, right? I mean, rare stuff can have really good stuff on it still. So just a heads up, rare does not mean bad gear. It just means rare, not legendary, not unique, not artifacts. Very much is a casual. It gives you a baseline so you can go in PvP or PvE with like intent. High roller is artifact. You can bring in all the way up to artifact, which is the named weapons. Like some of them, like I think there's a long sword that every time you hit someone, a lightning strike comes down from the sky and hits them. So you really are bringing in everything, and other people can bring in that kind of stuff too. And it's really chaotic. You really got to be good. You really got to be on your toes. Players will hunt you down. Enemies are way stronger. It is very intense and you need to think about every path you take in the dungeon. And over here, this is pretty new, or to me this is new. It says new campaign. I don't know how new it is, but this is Squire Royale. This is Dark and Darker's way and their take on a battle royale. You go in with all white gear, with random people or a team you pre-formed, and you are playing on the Forgotten Castle. So you start off in the ruins, and then you're going to drop down to the crypt, and then you're going to drop down to the Inferno, which the Inferno is my take on, it's Dark and Darker's take on hell, pretty much. You guys will see if we make it down there. But when you go, you can't extract. You cannot escape the dungeon until you get to the Inferno. And in this sense, the Inferno only has 3 escape portals. They're blue escape portals. There's only 3. So when you're playing Squire mode, you have to be the top of the top, or you have to rat your way using invis potions, your rogue or whatever, to steal and be fortunate enough to steal a portal from the enemy squad to get out with the amazing gear. There's such good gear in Squire Royale, but that is because you're going to have to be using it to defeat the enemies and to extract, because it is a battle of the best, because there's only 3 portals at the end. But in that same breath, it is amazing. When you are going from the ruins to the crypt, which we'll go in depth when we get into a game, you will have the Wanderer. He's an in-game NPC that you can transfer items to your stash from. So if you don't think your team is good enough, or maybe you lost 2 guys when you go into ruins to the crypts, well, you just put all the best stuff you've collected so far in this like maybe 6x6 container that the Wanderer has, pouch, and he will send it back to your stash. And then you will proceed to travel to the crypts and restart. Then you're going to do that, and then when you go to the Inferno, so you have 2 chances to put gear, weapons, questing items into the Wanderer, given to him to give back to your stash, just in case you aren't one of those 1 to 3 portals that spawns at the very end in Inferno. So look, so it's telling me these items are restricted. It's talking about all my it is talking about all of my blues and whatnot. We'll go ahead and put that away, and we'll do a couple Squire Royales, show you what it's like, and then we will probably do a match of the Goblin Caves, and maybe one of the one match on the ice, and maybe Maelstrom. I haven't did that map yet, but it's like water. It's in the water. There's sharks, and it's freaking scary. There's proximity chat in this as well. It is pretty awesome. Hello. Hello. There's a royal coffin down here, guys. So this game has a lot of various enemies. This game has a lot of various enemies. Spiders, skeletons, gargoyles. So literally anything that you can think of is in this game pretty much. It is heavily based on the dark Dungeons and Dragons feel and gameplay. See, look. Oh. Hey, I just want loot, man. Our teammate's not with us yet. How's it going, bro? Well, our teammate is going in, so... Ooh, that's one down. There's two down. Two down, boys. Nice. So we just killed that squad right there. This guy was a warlock. That blue invisible thing that he was doing. That's a warlock move. Pretty frustrating. It's really strong. It really just takes you out of the combat. But not only does it take you out of combat, enemies can't hit you unless they have magic damage. Which is good. It's good. Good job, everybody. Good job. So that is a stacked team right there. We got two rangers and a wizard, guys. I don't know if we should push that. That's so much range against our two melee classes. Oh! Oh, shoot! Did you guys see that? Oh, that's two down. Oh, yeah. But so you can tell how good weapons are.
So the ranger went up there to this side.
What we just went down is a red portal. Oh, And this is the Wanderer I was talking about, or the Expressman. I called him the Wanderer. So anything that we got in here that, you know, that quest items and whatnot that we think that we find that are valuable or whatnot, we can give to him, and he shall return it to us for a price, of course. When we return back to our tavern. I should have put that gold in there, but it's okay. Oh my gosh. So this is a unique right here. This is what I was talking about. Strength 3, Vigor 2. This is amazing for me. Oh, golden key. Let's go. So there's these things in this game that are called horde stashes. And he has a key. So now we can use that golden key to get into right here. Let's go, brother. Let's go. So this is a horde stash right here.
There's people nearby. I hear them walking.
So this is a horde stash. How many is this a one hit per or is there 4 in here, or how many times can we hit this?
Nah, this one I think is like 6.
Oh, nice. Lots. Awesome.
It's a couple pulls. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 or something like that. Something pretty high.
Six for each person? Open it, open it, open it. Fighters using second wind.
Fighter dead. Dead.
That's why he's the
Oh,
GOAT!
nice.
The GOAT! You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
I don't have the health, man.
One's dead.
Oh my gosh, let's go. Our team is dead. Our team is dead. Well, look. We get to put the unique away. We get to put some good stuff away, man. Okay, our team died. That's unfortunate, right? That's pretty unfortunate our team died. But we got to go deeper. And there was nothing I could do there. I absolutely got destroyed there. I really wanted to fight that. You guys saw it. My health went from 100 to like kablooey. And that's kind of a lot of that was my fault. I missed a lot of shots. He was focused on the barbarian, and I was whiffing. So that's my bad. Teammates, if you're in here, I didn't mean to just ban you like that, but I'm solo. I'm solo. I'm solo. I'm solo. We can team. We can team. Look, 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 look.
My teammate didn't want to.
No, he didn't want to. There's 3 portals. These guys are due. Oh, they have 3. So, okay, so what could I killed 5 people there. Holy. We killed 10 as a team. Okay, so if that other guy, if I wasn't in team chat, that's why he wasn't responding to me. That guy was potentially would have came up to me and we could have fought that team as a duo. Whatever he was, he looked really geared. But I was in VoIP, so, and here's the expressman, by the way. So you can just come over here and just get all this. Get all the booty. But poor guy, I wasn't in voice chat, so he probably thought I was trying to like fight him. Which, you know, in this game, fighting is fun, but you know, at the end of the day, we're all trying to just get out with our loot. That's what we want. We want the loot. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay as much as I did. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, this is Swee signing off.